Okay, today I'll be helping you unlock the underhand sneak. This is quite a difficult move, so don't get too frustrated. I will show you 3 different ways that you can practice to try to get the feel of the movement. It took me a good 2 or 3 months to unlock this move, so don't get too frustrated if it's still a bit difficult for you even after you watch the video. So let's start with the first version. The first version I actually saw from this guy, Smooth, on YouTube, and I really like his approach. It starts with getting used to the movement for alternating underhand sneaks. So what you do is you start with the rope on one side. In this case, I have rope on my right side. Both hands are in front of me, palm down, and I'm in a neutral stance. I'm slightly tilted facing the right, okay? And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna swing the rope forward like so, and my left hand is going to come from the right over to the back of my right. And as I do that, I'm going to turn towards the left. All right? Like this. So that's step 1. Forward. I'm just bringing it back so you can see how I start from the reset point. Up and over. All right? From the right side, I turn left. So get used to doing that a few times. So this is what it looks like from the back. Like that. Throw it forward, and then you bring your arm to your back. So basically your hand is just going to the back, like this, to the back, all right? So that's step 1. Once you've thrown the rope to your right side, now you are facing your left side. Step 2 is to just swing the rope over you to the left side, right? So just swing it and let the rope hit you, that's fine. Now the rope is on your left side. You have position number 1 on the left side now. So, ta-da, right? So position number 1 on the left side, you're gonna do the same thing you did on your right side. You're gonna swing forward and bring the rope, bring your right hand to your left hip from the back. So forward and then right hand over behind to your left side, right? Forward and back. Forward and back. So from the back, you're doing the same thing. You will swing forward and then back. All right? Forward and back. And then the next step then is now you're facing the right side. You're gonna flip, just roll it over to the right, right? So your right hand here just comes forward and over like that. So it just comes back to the right side and over. So that is basically the main sequence. So it's 2 steps on each side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So get used to that. Once you have that sequence locked down, the next step is to change how you throw it over. So you notice over here, when I'm on the right side, and when I throw it over, what is technically happening is I'm going from an underhand movement here, and then when I throw it over, I'm actually attempting to reverse the movement into an overhand. That's why it becomes a bit wonky. So what actually needs to happen with the throw over is instead of throwing over and letting it hit you like this, you want to throw with your left hand, and you're actually going to have an underhand swing. And how do you do that? Is when you throw over like that. So I'm going to show that and kind of walk you through that. So right now, this is step 1. I have my right hand out further than my left hand. As the momentum carries the rope up, I'm going to bring my right hand kind of like a comb like this over, up and around to the other side. And the rope's going to continue swinging on this side, right? And I'm just going to bring my left hand out here like this. So I'm going to quickly show that again. So my right hand goes up and over, like so. So the key thing you want to remember with your right hand is if you throw, sometimes you might find, how am I getting the rope over without wrapping around your body like this? The rope wraps around your body when your right hand has the rope kind of on the inside, so you can see the rope here is on the inside, not on the outside. So it's facing your inside. What's going to happen is when you wrap around, you're going to be throwing around, and this rope is going to go over your body. But if you have it on the outside, when you throw it around, now you have room for the rope to go around your body, like so. So you can practice this slowly. So what you do is your right hand, instead of like throwing it like this, you just kind of twist over to your left side. So bring it up, bring your right hand up, and then just turn it like this. All right? And then that's going to get it out on the left side. So I'll quickly show that. So from the side, you go up and around. Up and around. From the front, you're going to go up and around. Up and around. So now, instead of going 1 and then 2 being a throw over like this, your 2 is going to be like so. So you go up and around like that. So it's going to be 1, 2 to the side, and then now you do the same thing, 1, and then now it's with the left hand. Again, remember, if you're throwing the rope over your body, it's usually because the rope is coming in on the inside. You want the rope to be on the outside of your body, right? So you go up and around like that. And the around it's not going to be a movement where the rope's kind of coming around like this, because there's some momentum with the rope. It's going to go forward and around like that. So you'll probably want to practice that throwing movement like this on the right side, and that throwing movement on your left side. Once you get used to that, you can practice combining both together. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that is method number 1, practicing from those alternating underhand sneaks. Second way to learn it is to understand how to enter into the underhand sneak from a dragon roll. So I'm going to start with on the left hand instead of my right hand, because I seem to be better with sneak on the left hand. But if you're doing the right hand, it's the same thing, just the opposite. So with the left hand, I'm doing underhand rotations. And as you know, underhand is north. That means facing you now, I'm facing west. I'm doing those underhand swings. If you remember how to do the low whip out, that is basically the underhand movement that your left hand is doing. All right, so get used to that low whip out. So if you haven't already seen the tutorial video on the low whip out, you might want to check that out first. And what then happens is you get used to doing the low whip out with both hands instead of just one hand. So that's step 2. And then you're going to start to do some dragon rolls, step 3. So to continue that underhand rotation, your dragon roll, if you're going with the left hand doing the movement, it's going from left to right, all right? Dragon roll from left to right. What you'll notice is with this dragon roll, when I'm on the left side, my palm is down, I drag to my right, palm up to throw it to the back, drag to the left, palm down, okay? So now that we know that, the key difference here is your right hand, I want you to automate that. Your right hand's still gonna do the exact palm up, palm down movement, and it's gonna be tracing that exact same figure 8. So I'll show you from the side. Right hand is doing the same movement, okay? That same figure 8, palm up, palm down. With the left hand now, you're going to do the underhand, low whip out movement, and that makes it an underhand sneak. So quickly, I'll show you one thing. when you're doing your dragon roll, if you look to my left right now, this is actually an overhand movement, right? Because you can see that's overhand, okay? If I'm looking to my right, that's underhand, okay? That's a swinging movement, underhand. And what you're gonna do now is, instead of pump down on the left, pump up on the right, I want you to, when you start to go from the left to the right, you're actually going to push your hand to the back and do that low whip movement instead of switching to a pump up. So I'll show that with the regular, pump up, pump up. Now what you want to do is push to the back, like this. So instead of this, you want to do this. You want to do this. Push to the back. All right? So I'll show from the back. Instead of the regular pump up, pump down, now you will push. Now you will push to the back. And if you look to your right, you will see you're effectively doing an underhand sneak. The more you face to the right, the more you see this is the underhand sneak on one side. And then if I switch back to sideward stance, that's the dragon roll, right? So if I'm doing palm up, palm down, dragon roll, and then now sneak. Might take a while to get used to that because you're disconnecting your hand, but just remember the other hand, the left side, is doing that backwards movement, which you get in your low whip out. And then your right hand is just doing the same palm up, palm down movement. So that's one thing that might help you in terms of understanding how you might try to enter into the underhand sneak. To do alternating, basically, you are actually switching kind of which side you're doing that dragon roll with. The third way to unlock the underhand sneak is basically to practice on one side first instead of doing alternating. So you practice focusing on the main movement. So if you remember, with alternating, you start with rope on one side. So now I'm going to have one swing like this. That's one swing, just the first step. One. And then two is you're going to go back like this. So you continue that upward swing, and then you bring your hand to the back. So 1, 2, all right? And then 3 is now where you focus on that up and over. The reason why this is slightly different when you practice on one side is you don't have that just throw over and let it hit. You have 1, 2, and then you're over to the side. That's 3. Okay? So 1, 2, and remember, you want the rope to go on your outside, not on your inside. If it's on your inside, it's going to go around you. If it's on your outside, it's going to go over and to the other side. Right? So I'm going to show from the back. I don't want it to go like this. I want it to go over and to the back. Okay? So let's see if it's easy to see on the side. Instead of going over like so, it needs to go on the outside, over and around. Okay? So you practice that on one side, you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Once you use the one side, you can practice the other side. So now you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, showing from the back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Showing from the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then to connect into consecutive underhand sneaks, what you're going to do is you're going to take away step 1, because step 1, that single rotation, that isn't really necessary. What you're going to go is it's just going to be 2, 3, 2, 3. So you have 2 will be coming to the back, and then 3 is swinging to the other side. Okay? So 2 coming to the back, and then 3 swinging to the other side. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay. With that, hopefully you should be able to unlock the underhand sneak. If you have already unlocked the underhand sneak, here are some additional tips to help you improve how you're doing it and also challenge yourself a bit more. So one is notice if you have any imbalances. I myself, I tend to not be very good with getting my right hand to sneak to my left. So you can see over here, it's easy for my left to come over, but when I try to do it with my right, I tend to have a habit of just not actually bending the elbow and just kind of twisting and throwing it. So that is my imbalance that I'm still working on myself, and I'm trying to get more of that elbow bend and delay the timing of throwing it over so it doesn't catch on me as much. So focus on being more mindful of your imbalances. Tip number 2 is, as you do the sneak, you will notice that generally it's easier to have that same leg forward when you're sneaking on that side. So if I'm sneaking on my right side, that means I have my left hand coming to the back of my right. It's easier to stand with my right leg forward and do it like so, because I have more clearance on the back this way. But this doesn't encourage your body to twist as much. And the goal with rotational movement is you want to get your spine moving, so you want to encourage more twist in your body. The same is as you were walking, right? You don't walk like this with right leg out, right hand out. You're walking with opposite leg, opposite shoulder. That gets your spine, encourages your spine to twist a bit more. So what you want to try to do is when you sneak, try to have your opposite leg out when you're sneaking on that side. So right now I'm sneaking on my right side, my left leg is forward, right? Encourages my spine to twist a bit more. And then same when you do the other side, then you have to actually change your positioning in your pose. That challenges both balance, but also coordination as you twist your foot. You can also incorporate lunges into it if you like. If anyone is wondering about the rope that I'm using, this is actually the new limited edition white version of the blackberry velvet that I have. I call it the snowberry velvet. And I've just basically colored it with marker, just so it's a bit more visual. But yes, I do have these on the website, and you can see what it looks like. You can customize it, you can color it, you can make it whatever kind of pattern you would like, or whatever color you would like, depending on what markers you have on hand.